morning children. Welcome to our 12th session of our online class for the subject of science and for the standard of 7. So, in the previous session, you saw about two activities which is there in your textbook. One is about the magnesium and one is about the copper. Okay, so these two activities you saw, read it again and again till you understand. Now your third activity. This is a simple one. You can try this at home. Those two activities, don't try it at home because they need chemicals to be done. And it is not safe for the children to do it alone. But this activity, you can try it in the house. This does not require any chemicals. The simple substances what is there in your house, with that itself you can do and you can see the chemical change in it. So, open to page number 61, activity 6.8 and refer to the figure 6.5 on page number 62. So, what you have to do, in almost everybody's house you will have vinegar. So, take a cup or a small bowl, add a spoon of vinegar in it. So, after you add a vinegar, you will have baking soda at home. You can ask mommy for it. Mommy will have baking soda at home. So, don't take too much. Just take a pinch. Hold it in 2 fingers. Okay. How much is possible by the 2 fingers? Hold only that much. A pinch of it and drop it into the vinegar. As soon as you drop it into the vinegar, you can hear a sound. That is a hissing sound. You can hear that hissing sound and you yourself can see what is happening to the vinegar. The vinegar and the baking soda, when it combines together, it will start giving you bubbles. The bubbles will be formed and those bubbles are nothing but it is called as bubbles of gas. So, after mixing this baking soda and vinegar, you will have lime at home. Take the lime, squeeze it out into another container. So, pour this freshly prepared lime juice. Okay, so what you have to do is, after you mix vinegar and baking soda, after the lime juice is ready, so pour this solution of vinegar and baking soda into the lime juice. You yourself can see what is happening. You know lime juice, it is almost like the color of water. So, as soon as you pour vinegar and the baking soda combined together into the lime juice, you will see that the lime juice has entirely changed. The color of it will change. It will turn into milky. Milky means like milk color it will become. Why does this happen? That is because vinegar is having the content of acetic soda. That is acetic acid. And then the baking soda. The baking soda is made up of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so all these three combined together only gives you baking soda. So when the vinegar and the baking soda combines together, it gives you a new product, that is carbon dioxide. Now for example, you are buying these juice from the shop like Coke, Thumbs Up, then Sprite, then Pepsi. All this you buy from the shop. So as soon as you open the bottle, the bubbles starts coming out and the gas is released. So it all comes and goes outside the bottle. So that is all nothing but it is all the bubbles of gas, that is mainly the carbon dioxide. So when carbon dioxide and lime water mixed together, it gives you another new product, that is carbon dioxide, that is the solution of vinegar, baking soda and the lime juice. So when that is mixed, when it combines with the lime water, it gives you a new solution called as calcium carbonate. That is why the lime water, when vinegar and baking soda was added to it, it changed its color into milky white. So the new product which is formed here is calcium carbonate. So over here, this calcium carbonate only makes the lime water to turn into you how the chemical changes are taking place. So the chemical changes are not only taking place, but in all the three activities you have seen the new products or the new substances are given or it is being formed. So now we will go to the galvanization. Yes children, now we will see what is the meaning of galvanization. Okay, this is a new word to you, but the process will be simple. Now in your house, you might have seen windows or you will have gates in the house. Out of what it is made? Is it made out of plastic? No, it is made out of iron. And sometimes even the locks what you use in the house, the lock and the key, even that also it is made out of iron. If you see for after a few days, sometimes you will notice that the gate or the window rods or the lock or the key, they would have got rusted. Why does this rusting takes place? Okay, the rusting takes place because it comes in contact with oxygen. And from where do you get the oxygen? The oxygen is present in the atmosphere. As not only oxygen, it is also when it comes in contact with water vapor. So from where do you get water vapor? It is present in the moisture. So oxygen is present in the atmosphere and water vapor is the moisture in the atmosphere. So when this comes in contact with the iron, it gets rusted. Now if you have not seen that an iron getting rusted, you will have a nail at home. Take a nail, keep it out for few days, maybe 2 to 3 days. After few 2 to 3 days, if you go see, you can see that the iron, the color of the nail is being changed and you can see the spots of rust on it because it has come in contact with the oxygen which is there in the atmosphere and the water vapor which is there in the moisture itself. So when it comes in contact with it, automatically the iron will get rusted. Now how to prevent this rusting of iron? You might have seen in your houses, the gates are being painted. The window grills or the rods in the window, it is also painted. Why it has been painted? For it to look beautiful, that is also one reason. So one reason is to keep it away from rusting. The main reason is to keep it away from rusting. And the other one, after you paint, it gives a attractive look for the people to see and it looks beautiful also. So, how to prevent rusting? By painting or applying grease. So, on the gate and all, you cannot apply grease. Now, for example, you are having vehicles. In the vehicles, there will be certain parts which are made out of iron. That is the inner parts of the machine. Now, for example, not only the vehicles, even if you have your cycles, if you have the fans at home, you know the fans, the cycles, everything rotate like a wheel. So, what makes it to rotate? There are ball bearings inside it. And these ball bearings, it is always having a content of grease in it. So, it does not get rusted. So, for the iron not to get rusted, either it should be painted or it should be applied with grease. So, secondly, what is the next method? Secondly, a layer of metal. To the iron itself, a layer of metal. That is, the two metals which are given is, one is the chromium and one is the zinc. Should be deposited. Deposited means it should be applied on it. That is on iron. So that will also help the iron not to get rusted. So this process of applying the chromium or the zinc on the iron to avoid it from rusting, that method it is called as galvanization. So now you might have been wondering the new word, that is galvanization, but the process is very simple. Now the next one to it is crystallization. Yes. Okay children, so now we are going to learn about crystallization. In 6th standard, you have learned so many methods in separation of substances. So in that one method, what you learned was evaporation. So in evaporation, you saw that how they make salt out of seawater. So when the sun's rays falls on the seawater collected and kept in a place, so the sun's rays falls on it and it produces heat and the water becomes hot, it gets evaporated and only the salt remains. So that is the process of evaporation, and that is how salt is obtained from seawater. And this salt which is obtained from seawater, it is not in the pure form, it cannot be used directly. So it has to be made purified. So how do they make this purification? And even the salt which is there, it does not have a proper shape or the crystals are not clear. It is having a dull color. So how do they make it pure? You have seen the salt, it is white in color. So how do they make the salt into white color? When it is taken out from the seawater, it is not in white color, it is in brown color. It is having a light brown color. So how do they make it into white color? So this salt which is obtained from the seawater, it is being purified from its impurities. Impurities mean the dust particles, the dirt particles or little crystals of sand. So it is being purified. It is being purified and the large crystals, the huge blocks of salt, it is being broken into smaller size crystals. The smaller size crystals, and that is only we call it as the rock salt. And once it is made into a fine powder, then we call it as powder salt. So after the impurities are removed and this salt becomes pure in color. So it becomes white in color and it has a size for the crystals. The salt crystals has a size and the size also is smaller, which can be used by the people for cooking. And then this method of purifying the salt which is obtained from the seawater by the process of evaporation. So this method of purifying the salt, it is called as crystallization. So the word crystallization itself tells you that it is the method of purification. So for this you read activity 6.9 in the page number 64 and refer to the figure 6.6. Okay children, now I have completed the 6th lesson, that is the physical and the chemical changes. So if you have any doubts in all the 3